Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Vortie here, and I got a bunch of things to talk to you guys about. But before we jump into those things, I just want to make sure you guys understand what this video is about. I'm going to be going over the global units in the Japanese version update. And then once I can get my hands on more solid, concrete information from the new units that are being released for Final Fantasy, I will be making that video separately, which means talking about the new units like Steiner and Waltz and stuff like that. I will make a separate video about that. However, I will be showing you some assets of those characters right now. Okay, the units we're going to be talking about I have up here is Garnet, Kuja, what's his face, Vivi, and Zidane. And oh my god, is Zidane going to become a freaking beast, at least in my opinion, but you'll see when we get to it, okay? I only took a quick glance only at Zidane, so the rest of the guys, I'm actually seeing them for the first time, so that way at least I can give you my honest opinion without having some time to think about it. So, before we jump into that, big shout out again to Final Fantasy Brave XVS's Reddit page for having this data up already. I know this data was live for a little while because the update finished a long time ago, but however, I literally just got home from work and I just jumped on this right away to get this information out there. So, on this page here, it's called Data Mined. New Japanese assets as of March 29th. They have the stuff up already. I clicked on the second link. I already have the first link pulled up here. I'm going to close that, but we're going to talk about the first link first. So we're just going to go through this. I'm not going to go through every picture. I'm just going to go through it really quickly because there's at least one of them. Well, there's like a few of them that really got me super psyched. I honestly can't wait for Kuja. But anyways, let's click on this here real quickly. So these are the assets of just pictures of what the new moves kind of look like for Zidane and all the other characters. As you can see here, when he goes into trance mode, oh, looks sick. He's got his backflip here with his stuff, but any of those, so he's got a bunch of these abilities. I don't want to go into them all together. If you want to jump and take a look at these, that's why I showed you what the name of the Reddit page is. You can jump in and take a look at all of them. So they got some phenomenal looking things so far. Got some new spells here for Garnet. There's Steiner there with Vivi and stuff. These crazy effects for him lying down when he dies. And it's very, very cool. Very, very cool things here. If you really want to look at them so you can see all of them, then go for this. I think her name is Aiku? Aiku? I can't remember how they pronounce her name in Japanese. Then there's Kuja. Kuja's new animation. Look at this. When Kuja goes into trance mode, he stays in his trance, and I don't know. I wonder what the move is. Does he stay like that for a while? Like he uses the spell and he stays like that, or is this just the animation for the spell? Because it looks like he does like some sort of explosion. That looks super sick. That's one of the ones I wanted to show you guys for sure. And look at his abilities here. Look just incredible. The effects look great. Then you got the Lady Beatrix there. She looks kind of meh, so-so. She's got some explosive abilities there. Then we got Waltz, other Waltz here, Waltz 2, Waltz 3, which join him. His abilities, look at this, man. These abilities look super crazy. Like, it looks like they're shooting lightning out of their hands or something. Bunch of effects for him as well. I'm not going to stick on those for a long time. And I'm going to go down here. Now, here comes the most interesting part. So here are the, what do you call it, the icons, the character models. So that's 6, I believe, for Zidane. That is 6 for Vivi there. No, sorry, that's 5 for Vivi. That's 6 for Vivi. Then you have Garnet, Steiner, level 4-star, 5-star, and 6-star. His 6-star looks sweet. His like sword is all electric. He's glowing. Then you have I can't remember her name. I don't want to butcher it, but Aiku, can't remember. Her 5-star. Then her 6-star, I believe that is. She's got a little muggle with her. Or Moogle or whatever with her. And then Kuja's 6-star looks dope as hell. I absolutely love that. Beatrice's 5-star looks kind of bland. Her 6-star even looks a little bit bland. She's got a little bit shiny, but like, it's all good. Then you got Waltz as his 4-star, his 5-star, and then his 6-star. He's got like a little bit of lightning going around him. Looks super dope. And here we go. The really cool shit. So if you guys don't want to get anything spoiled, like you don't want to know what the animations look like, this is your chance to kind of skip like, you know, a minute or two ahead. But so these are the animations for the new moves that you got for Zidane. So that's his 6-star. It looks kind of similar like before. There's Vivi's moves there when he's casting his ability as a 6-star. Some more moves there. Oh, I just want to show you this ability here. So there's Garnet, or new ability as well. What else do we got here? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Steiner. So this is his ability. So his ultimate or his limit burst, Vivi jumps in, enhances his sword, and then he goes and he does a move. That's when he wins there. And there's a better version here, yeah. When he's a 6-star. It's super cool looking. I can't believe Vivi actually joins him in and then enhances his sword. Just like in Final Fantasy 9, you had like Vivi's enhancement move, which is like entrust or enchantment or whatever you want to call it nowadays. He enhances his sword and then he does a special. Super, super cool. And this is him a 6-star. There's some other ones there for him. Oh, sorry, this is his 6-star. Is it? Or is it 5-star? Which weapon is he wearing here? I don't even know. But anyways, here's Iku. Her special abilities. Here's Kuja. Oh, so there's Kuja there. So he transforms. He goes into trance and then he does something. I wonder what it's for. Like, can he stay in that mode, or does he become like when he becomes 6-star? You can pick. Because this is a 6-star animation right there. So that has to be some sort of move. I wonder what it is. I hope they learn trance or something and they like berserk when they sit in that state. And here's Beatrice. Whatever. Doesn't look very special. I hope she's a beast, but I don't know yet. Here's Walt. Walt has his friends join in as well. So Waltz 2 and Waltz 3 join in on him or whatever, and then they do the moves, which is crazy. Okay, those are the animations. Actually, I'm going to just end it on this animation here. Okay, and so those are the animations, alright? So now we're going to go take a look at the actual characters. So the reason why I wanted to take a look at these characters only and not looking at like Waltz and Beatrice and Stanner and Iku as well. The reason why is because that's a separate banner. And those are different from Global. In Global, these guys are important because a lot of you guys actually have these units and you're wondering like, should I keep them? What am I going to do? What blah, 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 right? Zidane right now is not only amazing for his TM, but he's going to become even more amazing. And I don't know what the other units look like. If they do anything similar like they're doing for Zidane, they're going to be fantastic. So let's jump right into it. His abilities. So when he gets 6-star, his damage, or his MP is 41. His attack goes to 135, which is actually pretty good. Considering that some of the characters that we're getting right now, like Laswell 6-star, is getting less than this. So obviously this is many, many months down the road, but still, you know, he's going from a 3-star base to a 6-star. He's getting a pretty good damage boost. Defense is okay, magic is meh, it doesn't really matter for him, spirit doesn't matter for him. He gets a healthy hit points, healthy MP, healthy damage. Selection of weapons are pretty good. But the weapons actually become very interesting for him, especially projectiles, and I think it's his daggers, but I'll show you that in a second. So he's got pretty good weapons, which you would expect Zidane to wear. He could wear daggers, swords, throwing weapons, maces, and then pretty much the thief-style clothing. For 6-star, he will be getting the same affinities he's had before, so he can just go one level up. So he can do affinity 4 and affinity 5 from white and black magic. 4 and 4, sorry. Material slots, he's got the same thing, nothing new. Limit burst, from 3-star goes Mio Twister, Solution 9, and the Grand Lether is the same one. It's just that the damage just blows up. It goes 250%, then it goes 550% damage as a 6-star using the same move. That's insane. Alright, so now we're looking at here. So level 1, he learns nothing, whatever. At 6-star, he learns this move called 1.5 chance, chest, drop chance, and encounter rate minus 25%. So you having him will actually get a chance for you to get better loot, right? Pretty good. At 6-star, he gets the same thing that Loki gets. Loki's is called Treasure Hunter. So he gets that. Plus, having him in your party will reduce your chance of encounters by 25%. At 6-star, he also learns another move, which is what I thought he was going to get, is going to get naturally in his kit, dual wield. And he does. He's able to dual wield daggers or throwing weapons. So he can actually pick up 2 daggers or 2 throwing weapons or mix or match to be able to actually use that. That is fantastic, which is good for him. It's going to help him increase his damage a little bit more. I know it's not the best ideal thing, but really if you wanted to, you can put on other things for him if you really want to dual wield other weapons, right? It's going to waste a material slot, but at least you can, you know, you'll get something in there. For new people and a 3-star base, this is great. Then you will get, at 6-star, he will resist Confuse 100%. He will resist Sleep 100, resistance to Sleep 100%. Then here, he gets an increase of 50% attack when he's equipped with a dagger. So why else would you want to wear anything else? He gets a 50% dagger boost. Then down here, he'll have a 20% chance to dodge. Freaking hell. 20% hit points boost. Oh my god. 10% defense boost. What the hell? Then he gets down here. Now we're getting into his moves. He learns a single target move. it does 160% attack with 30% hit point range. So this is like Lance, okay? And then he gets another one with the same idea, but single target 30% attack while 30% MP drain, right? Which is kind of like MP drain, right? Then the next move he learns here is a single target 3 turn minus 40% attack debuff and self buff. So it's like a drain. I don't know if anybody's ever played Final Fantasy like 11 or whatever. Dark Knights, they use like absorb. So this is kind of like an absorb spell. Like he will take away from himself, like he steals it and he gets it for himself, and while he steals that, then he gets to hold on to it. That's kind of what it's saying. And same idea with that, where he steals, like he will steal in the turn and then he'll get his buff, right? Well, in this case he'll do magic and spirit, and he'll magic and spirit, which is really cool. He steals it from them, buffs himself 3 turns. As well, when he gets a 72, he gets a 3 random status effects plus 30% all resistance to those effects. Pretty cool. So he'll get a buff to 3 random ones, 33%. This is also pretty cool. So he gets a chance to use 3 different moves. So you use it, you waste the, what do you call it, MP, the 36 MP, and then he will, what does he do here? He does 3 moves. So randomly, there's a 33% chance of getting these 2 moves here, and then a 34% chance to get this one. I can't read that, I don't know what it says. But anyways, it's 3 different moves. It's kind of like a dice. You roll a dice and you get a chance to pick one of 3 moves. It's pretty cool. So they look like buffs. So it looks like a buff. That one here looks like, really, I don't know. I'll figure it out later and I'll tell you guys. Then here, increase chance to steal by ×2, so it doubles the chance of him stealing, which is pretty good. Then he learns AoE except self recover 30% hit points and MP, and self 100% target hit point damage. AoE self recovery 30% hit points and self 100% target hit point damage. So he kills himself and heals everybody for 30% life and MP. So he's gonna become kind of like a Bart. He's gonna become kind of like a Bart, where you can use him, but he heals the whole party for 30%. So if you need an AoE heal, I guess you can sacrifice him. Then he can use steal twice. That's cool. And here's the thing that got me super excited about him, is this move here. 360% single target, 8 hit physical attack. So you can actually chain really well with him, because he can do us 3 times this attack. And his abilities here for enchantments are the same ones he was using before. This one here, ability 7% single target 10%. Yeah, I can't really make it. So it's actually this one here. So he gets an, I guess these are related skills to those. I don't know why they would have those already buffed up. Yeah, I don't know why those are already there. I don't know if these are correct yet or not, but essentially what it does is this becomes a 7-hit target move. Huh? I don't know. I can't really. No, okay. So this is what it is. So it's this move here. It boosts it by 7%. Yeah, I think that's what it does. That's what it looks like. Each one of those will get a boost essentially. So 7%, that's 707. So they will actually end up doing more damage. They will do 7% more damage, single target 7 hit, then 777, then 777% increased damage for a 7 hit target. So I think one of these ones here, yeah. So the one that's 34%, this one here, is actually this move. So as you upgrade it, related enhancements, as you update it, you will actually end up doing 707%. Is that what that says? I don't know. It's really weird. I'm trying to figure. There's like, it's like a chance that this move here. That's so weird. It's a chance that you're gonna get one of these hits, and it could be any of them, and you don't know which. So you roll the dice. You might do 7% damage single target. You might do 77% damage single target, or 777%, depending on one of these, and which one of them is lucky. It doesn't. I can't identify it. I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah, so you're getting a chance to get one of these moves. That's pretty cool. So he's playing a little bit of chance, kind of like Thief. Overall, as far as Zidane goes, he looks like a beast. Definitely hold on to your Zidane, even though you have a maxed out and you got his TM, keep him. I have 4 right now of them maxed out. TMs, and I'm working on my 5th and last one. I'm probably just gonna keep all 5 of them. If they start becoming chain masters because of this move down here, I will have 5 of them already fully leveled up, ready to start chaining. So I'm gonna hold on to them, and you should too. So he looks like a fantastic character to hold on to for the future. So Zidane, thank you for coming around, buddy. You're looking amazing. So the interesting thing, Vivi here is going from a 4-star to a 6-star. So he gets his 5-star and his 6-star related abilities here right away. And like I said before, this is my first time taking a look at it. So he's gonna get some pretty good boosts in MP, which is good. His hit point stays relatively low because he's a mage. Attack is low, defense. His magic overall is pretty good too. So he gets a decent buff here, which is close to what X-Death is. I think X-Death is like around that too. Then he gets decent spirit. Spirit doesn't really matter to me. Everything else here looks good. Again, his selection of weapons is going to be what a mage would wear, so his stuff is good. His affinity for being able to equip materials is going to be black magic and green magic only. But black magic it goes up to level 8, whereas green magic only goes up to 4. Which is fine. Most of our green magic is level 3 right now. So right now he's got 3 slots. When he goes to 5-star and 6-star, he will get 4 slots for materia. His TM, oh my god, look at this. He does 200% damage right now. When he gets to 5-star, 500%. When he gets to 6-star, 550%. It's going to be insane. So he starts off with all the basic spells here. So let's see, at level 5. So a 5-star, level 20, he learns Osmosis. Fantastic. 5-star, he will learn Blizzaga at level 37. This he knows, this he knows, this he knows. What? At 6-star, level 68, he will learn Meteor, 250% AoE, 1-hit magic attack. Wow, ignore spirit. That's insane. He ends up learning Meteor. What is this? 5-star, he will learn Thandaga. At 6-star, level 100, he will learn a move that does 300% AoE, 1-hit dark magic, and it ignores 25% spirit. So it's kind of like Meteor, but it's like a dark version, I guess. I don't know. That's freaking crazy. That's awesome. So he gets to learn another additional ability. I really want dark. Yeah, my Japanese is very rusty. Yeah, I don't really know. Gravity? It's like pulling in. Okay, whatever. Anyways, he gets to do a dark magic spell that does 300%, 1 hit. It's better than the, what do you call it, Meteor. However, Meteor is not dark magic, so this is, it can be resisted, right? And then you get his abilities. So abilities at 6-star, he will get 3 turn 100% magic buff after hit. Oh no, this is a passive. So if his hit points drops below 30%, he will get 100% magic buff after the it drops, and 3 turn 100% spirit after his drop. So if his hit points drops below 30%, he will get a buff for 100% for magic and spirit. That's pretty sweet. At 5-star, he will learn an ability that he can use. So he can buff himself. If this ability was used last turn, he will buff himself by 120% as another move. Otherwise, he will get 80% buff. Great, whatever. That's annoying and useless. He also gets High Tide, which will increase his fill rate by 100%, which is great considering his 6-star ability hits like a truck. It's like another spell to cast for free. He will also deal more damage by 50% when equipped with a rod. They really beefed him up. He's going to be like a viable contender to somebody like Kuja, or not Kuja, like X-Death. Then he gets a hit points buff at level 54, 5-star. He learns dual black magic. That's exactly what you needed. That's enough. If you guys have Vivi, make sure you hold on to Vivi. He's going to be a beast. He's going to be an absolute truck. Being able to dual cast black magic, and this is magic too. It's not an ability, so he can double cast as grab a ball, whatever it's coming up to. 5-star, he gets an MP boost as well, and he also learns Entrust, which is exactly like the ability that you see him kind of casting on Steiner, where he will actually buff him, but he enhances this with fire or whatever, which is actually called Entrust Fire or Enfire or Enblizzard. But he will actually be able to do that as well. So he will fill his raid pretty quickly, and he will do that. So he will be able to deal black magic. He'll be able to do damage. And on top of that, if you don't want to use his particular spell, you can feed his limit burst to a better unit. And on top of that, he gets these 2 ability enhancements. That's these ones up here that they're talking about. This ability, one of them is self-turn 100% buff, defense magic spirit, while the other one is a self buff for 80% depending on the situation of how he got into it. Cool. So overall, Vivi looks like a beast too. If you do have Vivi, hold on to him. The fact that he will get dual cast black magic is going to be amazing. The fact that he also knows Meteor. Actually, I skipped right over this, but this is 4-star. You guys should already have this if you're playing him. He does have Comet as well, and it'll increase the damage by 10% every time you use it. It's a maximum of 200%, which means Meteor still does more damage. And this other move here does even more damage. So definitely look forward to him. If you do have him, hold on to him. Max him out like I will be, because I'm going to wait for this. I mean, like 4 or 5 months down the road. But still, he's a good unit. Hold on to him. Next, we got Kuja. Kuja was absolute trash prior. So I'm hoping that he will get some better boosts. Gets a good hit points, good MP. His attack. Why is his attack so high? Wow, is he a melee character? His attack is high like a melee. His attack is like Zidane's, and his magic is also high. So he's like a freaking. Oh wow, he can use maces too. Okay, cool. So he's got a variety of things. His magic and his physical attack is really high for some reason, unless that's a typo, but it looks like it's not. He does get resistances. Actually, he doesn't get resistances. He loses, so he's weak to wind and he's weak to light. He's got 50% increased earth resistance. That's interesting. White and black magic, affinity level 8 at level 6-star. His ability goes from 250 to 550%, which is really good. So let's take a look at his spells. At 6-star here, he's going to learn Dispelga, which is freaking amazing. AoE stat, a buff removal, which would have been amazing for this current event right now that we have Ifrit. But bye-bye Ifrit, and this came too late. He also learns Holy, which is a single target, 1-hit light magic. Is the same 100% SPR. But yeah, so it's the same thing like the Holy you can get from X Death right now as a what do you call it? Why is it escaping me? Like his TM. He can also heal. This is crazy. I thought Kuja was a freaking black mage. What is this? Try black? What the hell? Human caster. White caster. So he can heal, he can cast magic, he can do everything. So he's like a support unit. Bar Thandera, Holy, Kuraja, Thandaga, Graviga. Oh my god. His abilities here, he gets same thing like Vivi. He then gets some buffs, 30% MP, 20% hit points, 20% MP again. Oh, he starts with that. 6-star, 30% magic boost as well. He will also be able to cast a single target buff on anybody. So anybody, and they'll get a boost for magic 20%. That's great. He also gets that's 6-star here. He learns Flare Star, which is kind of like Meteor. It does less damage, but it ignores more spirit. That's great. He also learns dual cast, so it's not to be confused with dual black magic. Dual cast is like Ludmill's TM. It only allows you to cast white, black, and green magic. That's pretty cool. He learns that. He learns an ability here, AoE. 3-turn, 80% multi-target, so for everybody, obviously. Attack and magic, and if Garnet is with them, she will get a 60% 60 MP for 3 turns, like a recovery. She will actually recover 60 MP for 3 turns. So every turn she gets a tick, she'll get more MP if she's in the party. That's actually pretty cool. That's kind of thing. So if she's present, it'll be 60 MP. No, wait, no, I'm lying. It grants a buff. I thought it said Garnet. Haha, Vortie, you scrub. It says it'll grant this ability here. It'll grant the ability, and it'll cost you 60 MP. Whatever. Again, like I said, it's my first time looking at this. If I actually took a little while to take a look at it, I probably would have figured it out. He's got a 10% chance to counter with an ability and 10% chance to counter with magic. So this is a heal, and this looks like it's. Yeah, so this is a heal, and this is magic. Oh, it's not a heal. That's like a physical attack, and a 10% chance to cast magic spell. Related, 20% magic. That's cool. Okay, so here when he casts a spell, buffs somebody up, he actually gets Ultima. Oh, that's... Oh, wow, that doesn't even say Ultima. Anyways, he gets Ultima, 280%. So when he casts this spell, he actually gets an ability to be able to cast next turn and only next turn, which is Ultima, which we already have. We already know what that is. And then this ability here, this is the ability that they're actually, your counter with this ability, which is 230% single target magic attack and 3-turn debuff for water resistance, which is pretty cool as well. He's got some enhancements currently in for himself, which is great. He will get Bar Thundera, and with his enhancements, which is only 30,000 gil, he will be able to buff your resistance by 100%, which is actually pretty dope. Alright, Kuja. Kuja's actually badass too as well. If you do have Kuja, hold on to him. I'm just a little bit confused about the fact that his attack and magic are really, really high, whereas weapons and gear is like, I don't know. Why are you building him like a damage dealer? But meh, whatever. That is Kuja. And the last character we're going to be looking at in this overview, review, kind of stabby looky at is going to be our girl Garnet. Garnet, same thing, comes as a 4-star. She goes up to a 6-star in the Japanese version. Hit points is really low. MPs is very nice. Attack is wow. Magic is low. Spirit is high. So it's good. Overall, she looks pretty good for her 6-star. Nothing bad to look at here. Selection of gear is pretty good for a white mage. Daggers, staffs, rods, maces, caps, and whatever. Great. Affinity to green magic, level 6 at 6-star, and level 8 for white magic, which is good. She will have 4 material slots at 6-star, which is great as well. So 6 to 10, so almost full. Almost full. So I guess whatever. She just ends up filling your summoning gauge almost to full. So let's see here. 5-star. So 6-star, she learns Protectka, and that's it. Abilities, 6-star, she learns Cast Summon Espers of Allies. That's interesting. I wonder if she can actually just cast it without having the Esper gauge. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I'm not 100% sure how this works. I don't know. So she casts Summon Esper. So if you guys know in the comment section below, let me know if you guys know how this works, because I'm confused. I'm very confused. So it just says you can borrow. They're lending you their aid. Great. I don't know what the hell that means. Anyways. 100% silence and sleep resistance. She can recover item if... Ooh, very nice. So this is a passive for her. If she uses like a ether, she'll get 100% of that effect. So she'll double the return. She gets 30% spirit buff. Yeah, what? Yeah, this is a passive. Okay, passive. 20% spirit increased and increases summon damage plus 10%. So it increases your Esper's damage by 10%. Great, increases summon damage. So she gets another boost for Evo magic. So another 10% damage increase from the summon. 20% chance to dodge magic. That's pretty cool. She also gets High Tide. We already have that. 5-star, 6-star here. She gets hit points, MP. 5-star. So 6-star, she gets auto refresh, which is amazing to have on a summoner or anybody that can heal for that matter. She also has fill summon gauge by 3 Esper stones. What the hell? And then here she learns AoE heal. This is similar to Tillith's heal move, except Tillith does other stuff. This actually gives you an AoE heal like Kiraja, a little bit more power, actually a lot more powerful than Kiraja. And then it also buffs everybody 40% all resistance. Actually, this looks just like Tillith's move, if I recall correctly. So she will actually be able to do that. Her enhancements are actually pretty good. When you buff her raise move, she ends up actually being able to raise it almost 100%, which is 90%, which is actually pretty crazy. Even her first tier buff is really good. So how do I feel about these characters overall? They're actually really, really good enchantments, enhancements, whatever. If you do have these characters, definitely hold on to at least one. Zidane looks like he's going to be a beast for chaining. Kuja looks to be fantastic. He's kind of interesting. He can heal and buff and stuff like that. But that 100% Thundera buff or Thunder buff resistance might come in handy later on. Then you have Vivi. Vivi is going to become a beast, probably very close to how X-Death is going to perform. But by that time, there's going to be a lot of interesting things happening. I took a quick glance at the event that's coming with the Final Fantasy IX release. There's going to be a bunch of items, and a lot of those items are kind of like for different characters. As you can see, you can pick them up for them, and I think there's going to be stuff in there for Vivi as well. So overall, these characters look incredible. The video is nice and long. Hopefully you guys got all the information. We went through everything. So hopefully we got everything covered. I hope you guys are psyched for this. Final Fantasy IX was my favorite Final Fantasy, so I'm super happy that they made these characters usable again. And I think in the future they're going to, by the time they come out to global, they're still going to be, you know, useful. So that's still like 4 or more months down the road. So definitely stick around for that. If you're still playing by then you get to enjoy the game with us while Final Fantasy IX is around. Guys, if you liked the video and you found it informative, definitely hit that like button. I know the video was long, but hey, we got everything covered. You should definitely come back to the channel to take a look at the new characters that are coming out, and I will cover the Final Fantasy IX characters that are being released, which is Steiner, Iku, Beatrix, and Mr. Waltz over there. I'll definitely cover them to see how good they are, because like I said, my favorite Final Fantasy. Definitely want to see what I'm going to be looking forward to. They got me super psyched. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Vortie. I'm out of here. Peace.